Hello everyone. This week we will talk about two things. First, what happened last week, and second, what do we expect in the coming period, especially after we had NVDA results. What should we expect? Okay, so we start first with what happened last week. Last week we had the Nasdaq ending -1%, S&P ending flat, and equal weight gained +1%, and Russell 2000 it was flat. Okay, so overall it was like kind of flattish week. But what is good about last week, that we ended it very strongly. We ended it very strongly despite that it was end of the week and end of the month. Normally in the end of the month and end of the week we will have some investor trying to cash the profits and turning the book profit to real profit. This time we didn't have that. We ended the week very strongly actually, which is like giving us the learning that not every time we will have such correction at the end of the month and end of the week. Okay, the reason for that is that the month was not very good in terms of increase in the value. So the month was like almost +2% in the S&P and 0% in the Nasdaq. So the month was not good in terms of increase. So that's why we didn't witness that profit taking at the end of the week and end of the month. Okay, just a couple of comments on last week. The first one is that we are continuing to seeing the S&P equal weight doing great and achieving new time high as well, all-time high. So this is a very good thing. It's a continuation of what we have seen last week, and I pointed it out in the video last week that we still see the equal weight is doing better than the capital weight index, which means that the Max 7 is not doing great, and they were affected by NVDA results. So you've seen during the week that the Max 7 is not doing well. They started to catch up at the end of the week, but the remaining 493 stocks were doing better than the Max 7. So again, you know the direction, where to go. Again, 493 versus a 7, go for the 493. The Russell 2000 as well was doing better than the technology stock. Russell 2000 ended the week flat, while the Nasdaq ended -1. So again, you know where to go. Small cap, we talked last week, and the 493 stock other than the Max 7. Okay, maybe we'll see in the next period that Max 7 is starting to catch up, but again, focus on the 493 and the small and medium cap. So this is about what happened last week with the NVDA results. NVDA result didn't impress the investors. NVDA used to beat the results by about 10% every quarter. Last results was only 5% better than the expectation. So it didn't really impress the investors, and that's why you've seen the stocks going down. Despite that, the results was better than expectation, but it was only better by 5%, not 10%. So again, we always talk about results. It's a very dangerous play to bet again with the results on the results day, because the results mean nothing. We always talk about expectation and guidance, and the percentage that the company normally beats expectation. NVIDIA used to beat by 10%. This time they beat by 5%. It's a bad results, and that's why the stocks went down. Of course, for the long-term investor, NVIDIA is a very good company. It doubled the profit sales during last year, so it's a very good company for investors. But here we are talking about trading. There are lots of companies other than NVIDIA, so don't focus on NVIDIA, don't focus on the Max 7. Just look out for the 493 and the small and medium cap. Okay. Now, for what's happening next week, actually we have nothing happening next week. The first important announcement will come on September 11th, which is the CPI for uh, August. This is the inflation data for August. But before that, there is nothing. So what do we expect? Normally, the previous trend will continue. So the previous trend, we had an upward trend in the last 4 weeks. Last week was a flattish week, but prior to that, we had a 3 weeks going up. So we expect that it should continue. Of course, we never know what's gonna happen. You always have to be ready with your stop loss, but we see that the trend should continue to go upward, especially that we have nothing now in the market except the CPI result that will come on September 11. Other than that, there is really nothing. So keep on like investing in the market and keep on buying stocks. It should continue to go up for, at least for the next 10 days. Okay? And we will have a separate video to talk about the 15 stocks that I recommended and what to do with them. Excellent. Thank you very much. See you guys. If you have any question, let me know. Bye.